Hey guys, welcome to Down in the Bayou, episode 5. I'm BayouSniper. I am a legendary Pels collector on TopShot, and welcome to our 5th episode. Thank you so much for supporting the episodes in the past. And in the future, we got a lot of stuff cooking for y'all. Especially next week, I have a special guest that I will release at a later date. But for now, we need to jump into our real hoops and real moments. So let's start with real hoops. Guys, I got to talk about my Pelicans. We have had a journey since we last talked. Um, Road trip in Portland, we split that 1-1, and then we went to the Warriors, and man, I was down bad as a Pels fan. Zion wasn't looking right, ball movement wasn't there, and injuries started to pile up. Unfortunately, CJ went down along with Herb. So now we're really undermanned, and we went 0-2 on the road in Golden State. Um, but I was still optimistic because of one man, and he proved me right, and that is Jordan Darrell Hawkins, sophomore guard out of UConn for the New Orleans Pelicans. And we'll get into him later, but the real story is what happened in the Smoothie King Center last night, okay? This was exactly what the New Orleans Pelicans needed, with DeJounte out, CJ out, Herb out, Trey out. People had to step up. People had to step up, including our star players who are healthy, Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson, and man, did they deliver. This brought me joy again. It brought me joy being a Pelicans fan again, and it brought me hope again watching this game. We ended up beating the Indiana Pacers in an awesome game, 125 to 118. We go to 3-3. But the big story here is Zion. He shot 70%, 34 points, 10 assists. This guy was going crazy. He was going crazy. And it looked like the Zion that we expected. And I think moving forward, this is the all NBA Zion, all-star Zion we're going to continue to see. And he's going to hold it down for us. And until DeJounte and CJ and Herb and Trey all get back, it's going to be a little bit of a tough stretch without these guys. But last night's game against the Pacers really gave me hope, and it was just so good to see the ball actually move, and Zion to be aggressive with force while still in control. And the other story is Jordan Hawkins, 23 points. He is making such a leap, and I want to give him his kind of own little segment here in a second. However, let's continue on with the Zion talk. So many highlights. Already some MGLE candidates here. He had a lob from Brandon, and in my favorite, he had a lob from Brandon Boston Jr., who stepped up in replacement for Herb out and DeJounte and CJ and Trey out. Brandon Boston stepped up, played great, gave a beautiful lob to Zion, and it just invigorated the Smoothie King Center, invigorated me on the couch. I was ready to go, and I knew we were in for a special night. Aside from that, our other co-star, BI. Man, BI, I got to give him credit. I was unsure about him going into this season with how the playoffs ended last year against Oklahoma City and kind of trade rumors and all of this stuff swirling around. It's really easy for a team and an organization and a locker room to kind of feed into that and get down. But I'm really impressed with how BI is handling this and how he's taking the season seriously, and he's listening. He's shooting more threes. He's being aggressive. And what's really stuck out to me, he's always going to score. BI is a bucket getter. He's a professional bucket getter. That's what the Pelicans got him for. However, the thing that's impressing me the most is how he's dishing the rock this season. Guys, he had 7 assists tonight, and they were beautiful. Some beautiful dimes. 7 assists, 6 assists last game, 6 assists the previous game, if I believe. He's dishing the rock, and BI and Zion are starting to find it. They're starting to find it. And another bright spot for us is our rookie, Yves Missi. Man, just some raw energy. He's like a power ball, just going down, up and down the floor, block shots. But he had an amazing poster. Oh my gosh, an amazing poster on Miles Turner. And it's a little too early to call, but he's looking good. He's looking like a top 10 rookie in this class. And if he gets a rookie revelation, my vote's for that. I mean, this dunk is crazy. He just annihilates Miles Turner, and this really turned it around during this point in the game for us, where we just kind of ran with it. Um, and a guy who I mentioned before, Brandon Boston Jr., late pickup, roster spot, end of the bench, but he really, really delivered for us last night with 14 points. And that's kind of the Pelicans. That's who we have to be. We have to be next man up, because anybody can go down at any time. And if you've been a Pelicans fan like me for a while, you know pain, and you know that injuries are just kind of a part of being a Pelicans fan. But this year, just I don't care about the injuries. I don't care about what people say about the team. I have really high hopes, and it's going to work out. We're going to get our guys back. Zion and BI and Hawkins are going to hold down this fort, and we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. You can book that. We're going to the playoffs, and we're going to be okay. We're going to be a good team in the West this year. Now it's time for me to talk about my favorite player, Jordan Hawkins. Guys, the leap he has made. I talked about this last episode, that it felt validating about the leap he has made, but he's just proving it over and over again, night in, night out. Um, his rookie season, he averaged 7.9 points a game. This year, he's averaging 17.3 points per game with his opportunity. Last night, he shot a 56% true shooting percentage, and his percentages look great. His splits look awesome. And he's so aggressive. And some notes here that I have about his development that need to be addressed for celebration as Pelicans fans. Jordan Hawkins has arrived. He's driving aggressive just off the ball. He finishes at a much higher rate with confidence. He's going up. He's added a little muscle, and you can see it night in, night out. And tonight, he had an amazing and one finish in the clutch with about a minute 59, I believe, left, where he crossed right, went left, went kind of veered back, and then made an and one layup. And that kind of stamped it for us with the 119 point mark. And that just kind of, I was like, oh my God, I think that was his 23rd point last night. And I was like, Jordan Hawkins, he's here, guys. He has demanded his spotlight, and he's going to continue to shine with these injuries out. Full confidence. Jordan Hawkins' stock is rising. He's always going to have a quick release. He's always going to shoot the three. And he's shooting at a much better percentage this year. Constant movement off ball. He's a coach's dream. But one thing that has stuck out to me is the past two games between the Warriors and now the Pacers, he's gotten in an altercation. He's kind of becoming a villain a little bit. And that's what this team needs. With Draymond, he told Draymond to watch his expletive mouth. It's all over X, and man, us Pelicans fans were gushing like, we need this. Jordan Hawkins, like he's going to be the villain we need. And last night, after the game, him and Matherin were going at it, talking mess. They had to be divided on the court. You can find the video on X, but man, love it. Jordan Hawkins, guys, he's my guy. You know he's my guy, but he should be your guys too. And you should start paying attention to Jordan Hawkins. On the defensive end, he's active. He's getting steals. He's serviceable. He's what Willie wanted. Willie gave him a blueprint on how to get playing time, and he's running with it. So expect to see a lot more Jordan Hawkins highlights on ESPN and in talk shows. Jordan Hawkins' name, remember that. What's going on around the NBA besides the Pels? The Thunder continue to look dominant. And one thing that has really jumped out to me is Chet Holmgren. Everyone wants to talk about Victor Wembanyama, but Chet Holmgren is proving his spot as he's basically saying, like, hey world, I'm an alien too, and you better take notice. Victor's not the only one here. He has really propelled this Thunder team, and I don't hate to say it, I love to say it, I think Chet's an all-star. I think he's an all-star this year. Myself and Thunder Hour, shout out Thunder Hour, we kind of agree with this on the Badge County Discord that he's an all-star. He looks like it. He's doing everything. And the biggest leap for him is he's making decisions that are more aggressive, driving the ball, when old rookie Chet would have kind of like saw that, thought about it a little bit, give a dribble handoff, off ball screen, try to pick and roll. But no, he's taking it to the hoop. He's getting to the foul line. He's dunking with confidence. This looks like a new Chet. Love it. Boston, dominant as ever. Brown and Tatum are rolling. Looks like there's no stopping them any time in the future, and that's scary for anybody in the East. But I'm a big Jaylen Brown guy. Picked up his hollow MMXX Series 1 Top Shot debut Lego about a month ago, and don't regret it. Lakers, they're proving me wrong. I didn't pick them high this year, but they're rolling 4-1. Got a win in Toronto last night. Anthony Davis looks like an MVP candidate on the offensive side and the defensive side, like he always is. 80's finally taking the keys, and I think that's what LeBron and the Lakers have always wanted. And JJ Redick was kind of that secret sauce to kind of give AD the runway for that. So super excited to see if AD can continue this dominance week in and week out, because he's looking like the MVP front runner right now. The Nuggets, my pick to go to the finals on the West side. Was really kind of nervous about my pick recently because they've kind of started off really, really slow, but they're starting to hit their stride now. And I told y'all Russ was a good pickup. He's going to be good. He's going to be good for this Nuggets team. He's what they need. Christian Brown is finally getting his feet under. He's getting confident again. Jamal's still a question mark, but they're starting to win and they're starting to look good and they're starting to be aggressive. And then go to the East a little bit. The Knicks. I did not expect Cat to be this damn good on the Knicks. For all you Knicks fans out there, you should be elated. He's looking great. He's looking dominant in the East. If the Knicks can keep everybody healthy and Cat can stay out of his own head and he can just continue playing in his role and elevating himself and the space. The space is the big thing for the Knicks because Jalen Brunson is a small guard. He needs different opportunities at times when he gets in a jam, and Mikhail's a good safety, and Josh Hart's kind of just the blue collar guy, but Cat needs to be the one to kind of, hey Jalen, I got this. I'll take this from here. If you're struggling, if you need help, and we'll see if that continues. That's still on my radar. And the Cavs are undefeated. I didn't expect that. Cleveland Cavaliers undefeated, 6-0. Garland, Mitchell, and Mobley is starting to click. They're starting to become a little trio, especially with Paolo going crazy, and now he's hurt. They won against the Magic last night, and they look great offensively and defensively. No one's playing outside of their role. No one's playing outside of their means, and Donovan looks in control. So the Cavs have really, really impressed me. So that's kind of what's going on in the NBA world and my Pelicans. So that's it for Real Hoops. And now let's transition to real moments. What's going on in the NBA Top Shot world these days? Well, the first drop, Fresh Threads released, and they have a really interesting dynamic that I participated in. They have a crafting challenge where you can craft your favorite player from the Fresh Threads. For example, I crafted, I think it was, you had to put 10 common or fandom Pelicans moments. You have to craft them, basically burn them, and then a DeJounte rare, and then you get the new DeJounte Pelicans moment. And it was like this for Cat, Clay, and all the other guys who joined new teams this year. And it's a rare crafting challenge, which I love. But one thing that I really love about this, because I'm a special cereal guy, which update, I got the Larry Johnson. I got my boy. I got the Larry Johnson Run It Back jersey cereal. So excited about that. So excited. But the thing with this Fresh Threads crafting challenge is that the craft is actually tied with special cereals. So the people who craft for this Fresh Threads, they're the ones with the opportunity to get the special cereal. So better odds there for burning moments, which I'm a big advocate for. Love burning for special cereals. That's my thing on Top Shot. So that's kind of my question moving forward is, what are these future pack drops and future leaderboards going to look like? I don't know, but I hope they involve burning, burn, burn, burn. And I hope they involve opportunities at special cereals for collectors who want them, who are fans of that team, like myself. And the big ask I have at Top Shot, if anybody out there is listening from the team, whether it be Jacob, Steve, or Brandon, or anybody, is please keep the special cereal burn boards, the Jersey cereal #1 burn boards, like you did for MGLE and Hollow. Keep that for this year. As a community, we want an opportunity to use our collection to grab those special cereals of players we love. And why not remove the best moments of that player from circulation to make everybody's bag better? And we get opportunity of what we want. So if I'm a Top Shot employee, I would heavily consider and want to bring that back. So please keep those burn boards. And now to kind of accelerate our real moments talk, I want to talk about fast break a little bit. Guys, I'm teetering. I'm on 8 wins, and I need a 9th win tonight. I need a 9th win so I can get that 9-win pack. But I want to talk about some underrated pickups on Top Shot right now that I think. So I picked 5 moments of players who I think are underrated players to pick up for fast break, and I'll give you the reasons why and what they're good at. So number one, no surprise, get it out of the way. It's Jordan Hawkins. CJ's out, Herb's out, DeJounte is out, and Trey is out. So the opportunity for Hawkins is going to keep growing. He's going to damn near average 20, possibly 25 throughout this stretch. Great three-point shooter. If you've watched any UConn games, you've watched Pelicans game, he's a great three-point shooter. He's an underrated rebounding guard. He'll get you boards. So Jordan Hawkins, 3 points and rebounds. Go pick up his TSD. It's like $5. His freshman gem's taking a little run because of his emergence as an awesome sophomore player. Go pick that up. Second is Cam Thomas of the Brooklyn Nets, shooting guard Cam Thomas. There's no point. Brooklyn is sorry this year. Sorry, any Nets fans, but they're not good. And Cam's going to get so many opportunities to chuck shots and make points. He gets to the line. So Cam Thomas, you can pick his rare up for pretty cheap. So Jordan Hawkins, Cam Thomas. The third one's another guard, but we're going east. As I mentioned, Paolo's out, so Jalen Suggs is going to kind of take the reins of that with Franz. And he's a great steals guard. If you need steals, go get a Jalen Suggs and assists. Fourth one, one of my wife's favorite players is Josh Giddey. If you want a guard who's going to do it all, and he has an opportunity in Chicago now, he's looking great, guys. Assists, points, rebounds. Go get a Josh Giddey. He's really, really cheap, and he's going to help you when those late runs in fast break where you need everything, a little bit of everything. Josh Giddey is a great utility guard, for lack of a better term, for fast break. And then the last one I have down is the reincarnation of Allen Iverson in Charlotte. Trey Mann, he's got the baggy shorts, he's got the headband on, he's feeling himself. Man, he's just putting up 20 pieces left and right for Charlotte. Charlotte's looking pretty good. And I think he's going to continue to get that opportunity. So points, 3-pointers, Trey Mann. So guys, my 5 underrated fast break pickups for right now: Jordan Hawkins for the Pelicans, Cam Thomas for the Nets, Jalen Suggs for the Magic, Josh Giddey for the Bulls, and of course Trey Mann, Allen Iverson's long-lost cousin, modern reincarnation for the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, so that's what's going on in the NBA world and in the Top Shot world. Thank you all so much for sticking around in this episode, but I have one big question before we get out of here to all that who listen. Who is an underrated player in fast break that people should know about? Tell me in the comments, who's an underrated player in fast break and why? It could be anybody from any team. You could have any hot or cold take that you want. I would love to hear it because we're here to help the community. So who is your underrated fast break player? Who would you recommend? Guys, stay on the lookout for next week for a special guest from a team who is very interesting. For next episode. This is episode 5 of Down in the Bayou. I'm BayouSniper. Thanks, guys, for listening.